Hi everybody, I'm Henry Lee, BlueHeronArts.com. Now we are at our studio to show you how to mount a Chinese brush painting on rice paper to a silk scroll. First of all, you may ask why I have to mount this, because the paper is very thin and it comes with some creases. You might see sometimes we purposely crinkle the paper to paint. So this does not bother me, but before we frame, we need to make it flat. So mounting, first of all, will make it flat. And also, it will show the color better, the vibrancy of the color. As you can see, I have used pretty much colors on this one. I used Western watercolor on some of the parts, so it might smear if you use traditional wet mounting. So today we're going to use silicone paper for dry mounting to mount this painting onto the silk, on the silk scroll. And this silk scroll is our new product. It comes with a white middle panel, has no border or frame. It will fit any size within this area. You can see the tallest is actually 20 inches. Yeah, 20 inches and 13 and a quarter, something like that. 13 inches approximately. Just 13 wide up to 20 high. So this painting I did earlier happened to fit in, kind of, it could be this big. You can still use this scroll. So this scroll is very flexible. We're going to mount this painting permanently on this. So there are two ways to do that. You can mount the adhesive on the scroll and peel off the backing paper, and then the release paper comes with the silicone, and then mount this. This we call it method B. And method A is we mount the painting with the silicone film on the back. Then place on the scroll and then finalize it. So today we'll attach the silicone to the back of the painting first. The advantage of type A is that if you make a mistake, you might ruin the painting, but not the scroll. If you mount directly on the scroll, so both painting and the scroll could be ruined because you cannot take it back. Okay, so we're going to start by spray some water to relax the wrinkles. To relax the paper, get rid of the wrinkles. So just put a newspaper or something on top of the padding. So you don't want to get the cloth wet. Just the painting, because this painting is with quite wrinkles. So we need to spray quite a bit of water to get rid of the wrinkle. You can let it relax naturally and let it dry a little bit, or I just iron with a low temperature like silk on the back of the painting, because this way I don't have to worry too much about the dust. You can clean the iron first. Just dry the wet spot. Very gently iron the wrinkle out. You can leave a little moisture, it's okay. Just iron a shirt, you know, like it will help to flatten the painting when you mount. Okay, now we put the silicone paper facing up, the film is facing up, and the painting on top of that. So the back of the painting and the silicone film attached to each other. Make sure the painting is facing up, not facing down. Okay, and you can use the paper weight to hold it. And I'll put a clean piece of paper to cover the top, because I'm going to press pretty hard, and you might stain the painting if the iron is not clean. I start from the center, and then the four corners from the center out. And you can start from half, and then to the other half. Let me hold this paper this way. Okay, I use a lower temperature than I should to start, just to give some time to work, because you know, you might see some bubbles still, because we didn't seal it. We get rid of most of the air. Now I increase temperature to 180 Fahrenheit, approximately between wool and silk. Wool and silk. Just keep iron. For about 30 seconds in average. It might be 1 minute, depends on the iron. And the lower, you know, it could be higher or lower. If you set the temperature higher, you can work faster. But it's a little more risky, I will say, than lower, because I rather work a little longer. Because if you set one area and then you cannot get it even. You want to work slower but very evenly to activate the silicone adhesive. You can check the back if there's a bubble. If it does, you can continue to iron on the front still. I don't really iron on the back, just on the front. Because I spread some water, so it might take a little longer to completely dry the painting. Okay. Now the painting is flat. Right? We can squarize or trim the painting if it's not square enough. Let me just check. You can check the width, about 10.5. 10.5. 19.5. So this painting is already very square, but I can get rid of the extra adhesive. So all we need to do, you can see some silicone papers. When I cut the silicone, it's not exactly the same size, so I can trim off that. Okay, you can use any razor blade or roller blade. I can still do this squarizing a little bit, just make sure it's square. Okay. Just take all the shiny stuff on the margin out. Okay. Now, here's the scroll, and we need to peel off the release paper from a corner. It's a little tricky sometimes. You see that? Make sure it's stick on the paper. If not, it should iron again. Just make sure you don't come off. Sometimes it come off. Sometimes. Okay, now this one is good. So the release paper comes off while leaving the film on the back of the painting. And you lift from one corner to the other, diagonally. Okay. This is the release paper, comes with the silicone. I'll use that in a minute. Need some paperweight. We can use a ruler to measure it, but your eye is the best judge, because as long as you feel comfortable with your eye, it should be okay. We can double check. 1.5. Looks like maybe on this side. It's getting very subtle, like a 1 inch and 3/8. Fourth. So it's very little adjustment. Okay, I'll just align the top for sure the level is correct. Okay, and the bottom. So you can start to fix the corners and take a final look before you finalize it. I'll just do a little bit take a final look. This is still temporary, you can take it off. But when you iron the entire thing, it's difficult to remove it. So it looks pretty good to my eye. I trust my eye, you know. Okay, now we finalize by iron the entire painting area from the center and from, I think it should be to the corner. We already fixed the corner, so it's okay. I'm afraid to go outside the painting because my eye may stain the silk, so better change the paper into a larger one. You can take a look. Now it's pretty good, right? So now we can iron all the way to the edge. So you cover the whole thing. Sometimes you may see the silk scroll start to curl a little bit because of different temperature, you know. So if you iron the entire thing, you will make it flat. Also, with the hanging, when you just unroll, you will see curly, but after hanging a while, the weight of the door will make it flat. Okay. Let's see this. Let's take a look. Perfect, all right. We'll take a picture. Okay, thank everybody for following me on my YouTube channel. Happy painting and happy mounting. See you next time. Goodbye.